Hi, I'm Joe from Inside Out Talks. Today we are at Speaker's Corner, which is a place of free speech which has thrived for 150 years. Today I'm going to be joined by Tariq, who is part of the organisation called House of Vox, which is an organisation that works with people with narrating, storytelling, and gives voices in people's community. So I'm here with Tariq. Can you start by telling me something about yourself and where you actually come from?
Yes, bro. My name is Tariq. I am a spoken word poet, facilitator, and schools project coordinator. But I'm also an executive director for our CIC House of Vox. So, lovely to be here. Love to be with Inside Out, and appreciate you interviewing me, bro.
Thank you. So, what can you tell me about House of Vox, or how did you get involved, and what does spoken word mean to you?
Okay, so I'll start with House of Vox. So, House of Vox is a multidisciplinary arts organisation. We're a CIC, also Black-led, and we use poetry, spoken word, and the wider arts to communicate the stories of our community. And for us, spoken word is a very powerful tool. It allows people to connect and feel the words that we're saying, and we see it as a sacred space where there's no red tape, no rules about what we can express and the way that we express it. So we like to use it as a medium to support people, and where they can't express for themselves, we hope that we can use our gift to do that for them.
Wow. Do you know how many men have been buried beneath their moments of silence? The ones killed by an image that they feel they have to mirror. He's drowning but makes love to his sirens. He's the monster and the witness, yet always ends as the victim. He makes a will but will mask it as driving. Forgets the power in his tongue, for his muzzle is number one. I said he's buried beneath his moments of silence. For man will burn on the inside and will say he's lit as hell. Man will work himself to the bone and put the hell within his health. Man will hide beneath his eyes and put the steel within his stealth. Wrestle with his title till he bleeds under the belt. See, I know I'm not a female, but there's a fee to being male when we do it to ourselves, doing well until we well. Trapped within a cell when I could chat upon my cell, I just do it to myself. I protect my broken home. Like a lonely inner child, like I was left at home alone. I keep traps on myself where the breaking starts to show, for the intruder is myself, and I made it on my own. I said I was home alone. And I was paying by the minute like it was Vodafone.
Wow. So, what would you say was your inspiration for like using spoken word? Because it doesn't just come overnight. So, who was your inspiration? Who did you learn from, or like, what's your favorite like poets?
Okay, I have to give a big shout out to Poetic Unity. So Poetic Unity are a Brixton-based charity that uses poetry and spoken word to support young people with their mental health, personal development and education. So I started working for them in August 2023, and a lot of the work that we would do is hold events for members of the community, but also go into schools, primary schools, secondary schools, teach young people about anti-misogyny, identity, leadership, all through the power of poetry and spoken word. So just building up those skills, facilitation, learning how to perform, get comfortable with silence, being on stage. That's where a lot of us, there's 6 of us in total, 4 of us work for Poetic Unity, so I think we all kind of got our foundational skills from there. And yeah, favourite poets, I think I take inspiration from everybody. I feel everyone has a story to express. I host an Instagram live for Poetic Unity, so we get poets and spoken word artists from all over the world, and they're all expressing an element of truth, and there's so much you can gain from that if you're actively listening. So in terms of like styles that I appreciate, I'd say George the Poet, Sully Breaks, Big Scoop. I love Big Scoop, got a lot of wordplay and punchlines, which is something I like to do for myself. So I say that's my answer. Yeah.
All amazing poets that you just named. Are they poets?
Yeah.
Fair start. I was just wondering. I thought I don't know if they were, but I just.
A lot of them started in the different industries like music. Like I know Big Scoop, he does like battle rap. He used to do battle rap. So I feel like people that are gifted with words, especially in rap music. I think there's a big influence on rap, and like this, especially the London spoken word scene. We appreciate wordplay, we appreciate explosive delivery, and I think a lot of them had their foundations in rap music.
So can you tell me how the House of Vox works with people in prisons or out of prisons?
Yeah, so we haven't gone into prisons ourselves yet. So a lot of, like I said, poetic unity, where we got our flowers and got our skills, they go into prison, so they go into Brixton prison. And again, they're using poetry and spoken word to help prisoners be able to express themselves. And also, we say that we want spoken word to be a tool where people can understand themselves and the world around them. You're not always going to have someone to speak to, so we hope that you can just pick up a pen or you pick up your phone and be able to express yourself. So that's work, hence why we're working with Inside Out. We want to build up that collaboration and that relationship where we can go in and with our lived experience of being and growing up in the ends, hopefully we can help other people channel their emotions, their experiences, and communicate. So it's an ambition of ours, but I say poetic unity have the blueprint, and we're just trying to emulate them.
So you see how you said that you guys haven't been into prisons yet. If you guys were to go into a prison tomorrow, what activities or what would you circulate your work around?
For me, I'll speak for the wider team, hopefully they'll agree with me. Identity, understanding who you are, the layers to you. I think if I asked you who you are, you'd say your name, you'd say what you do, but there's so much more to you, and what we want to try and do is make sure that you can understand the depth to you. It's a different sort of Joe that your parents are getting, it's a different Joe that your friends are getting, it's a different Joe that Greg will get. So we want you to channel that and be able to express that more openly, because it's not about changing who you are, it's about being adaptable. And for those that are looking to start a second part of their life or change it around, there's so much more to you than what you've done and the actions that you've already done. So that's what we were trying to explore through creative writing, but a key part of that is the critical dialogue that happens before that. You know, what type of conversations are we having? Who do you think you are? Who do you think people think you are? And getting them to answer those questions. And sometimes, just to add, not every question needs an answer. Sometimes it's just a question and you're left with it and you'll find your own way. So we're not there we're not there to teach anyone anything. We just want you to guide you to a position where you find what's best for you and then move with that.
Have a look at it. Yeah. What advice would you give to young people who might feel trapped, or they might feel unheard in whether it's their environment or just their circumstances in general?
Trapped or unheard in their circumstance. Find a community that will give you those things, and there are communities that exist out there. Again, the Poetic Uni got to pay me for this interview, but they're one of the communities that I'd say is very warm. A lot of spoken word communities are very warm. It's the one place that you go to and you know that people are coming to listen to you. Some people don't have that privilege in their own personal lives, so I'd say go to communities that invest in listening, invest in being present with the words that you're saying, and also, you know, find value in your voice. Become comfortable in listening to yourself. Become comfortable in solitude. I think there's a difference between solitude and loneliness. Solitude is where you get an appreciation of who you are and your experiences. So I say those things, but main thing is finding a community. If you're not someone who is ready to express themselves yet and you're looking to be heard, there are communities that exist out there. It's just about doing a bit of finding, or sometimes even just asking someone to signpost them to the right place.
Wow. So I'd say one of our missions at Inside Out is about rehabilitation and second chances. Do you think the House of Vox and Inside Out can collaborate or align with each other?
Yeah, I think it's a nice area of intersection actually. We would focus on, again, trying to find what your purpose is and what direction you're trying to go into, and learning how to communicate your value. I know it's not everyone wants to be a poet, not everyone wants to be able to rhyme, but the muscle of poetry is learning to find a bridge between what you think and what you feel and being able to express it. And whether you're learning how to perform, it's all transferable skills. You learn to speak to different stakeholders. You learn to become comfortable with silence. You learn to alter your pacing when you're speaking to different people. So there's a lot of transferable skills that happen with spoken word, and we would say we'd be able to translate that. We'd be able to say, look, we know that you don't want to be a spoken word artist, but this is, sometimes it's about taking you out of the context, improving you somewhere here, and then we say, you've just done everything that you're going to need to be able to run that pop-up store. So I always see the link there. So that's why I'd say that's the main area of intersection. And naturally, anyway, I think there's going to be a lot of misconceptions about people who have been through that system. And I feel if they can get to a point where they can communicate it via poetry, it's going to be way more powerful than someone like myself. Because I found that lived experience and shared experience is the most powerful thing. So I think with House of Vox, we understand that we can't do everything, which makes us unique because we're willing to pass the baton on to somebody else.
See him, I know he has to turn to toast. My chickens have come to roast. That's winner, winner, chicken dinner. Like brothers, we love the breast, but his favourite piece is my liver. Thinking about his corrupted ways, knowing that I will have to mirror. For his kill or be killed, and I will always choose to be the killer. I'm a product of my environment, and this shit ain't sustainable. Trauma and recycling, like Jenga, we were made to fall. The blocks are our father figures, thrown when we were made to rule. Education can build a brain, but the man cannot be framed in school, so the blocks have our fathers missing, and we hold them to be accountable. The ends is where we started from, knowing we had to mount the fall. I'm judged by silver spoons, so I'm hungry to be powerful. I thought drill was the reason why, when the hammer is the power tool, so I can't opt out of my options, it's not optional for me.
Big thanks to Tariq and the House of Vox for joining me today at Speaker's Corner. I've been Joe, this is your host, and goodbye.